comic show, goddammit. Let's talk about the Carnival Cruise ship. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're not aware that the Carnival Cruise ship rolled into a motherfucking storm and almost had people having heart attacks. I mean, people was doing backflips, cartwheels, workout drills, shit they ain't never did in their life because they was in fear for their motherfucking life. That's right. We living in a world where you can pay for a cruise and the people don't even do their homework and due diligence to investigate the water that they're going to be putting your life in danger riding in. They literally making you a potential piece of meat. Because when you out there in the ocean or the sea, you belong to it. It's nothing that you can't fuck with that. Imagine being in a swimming pool or a bathtub and you're an ant. You see how little that ant is and all that motherfucking water. Ain't nothing they can do. You are literally overpowered. Let's get to the motherfucking story. Water flowing down hallways of storm-battered Carnival cruise ship terrifies passengers. Cruise ship Carnival Sunshine was rocked by a storm over the weekend, frightening passengers and delaying the ship's return to port in Charleston, South Carolina, and the departure its next voyage. First-time cruise passenger William B. Blackburn was on deck 6 of Carnival Sunshine during rough weather that started late Friday. The man said it was terrifying. He said it was terrifying. Now, Blackburn was on a cruise with his wife and other family members. He had the people that he really cared about and cherished, he had with him. And they were staying in the cabin and they said they was praying it'll be okay. And that they took notes of where the life jacket was stored. Now, in a dramatic situation like that, now think about this. If you on a boat in the ocean and you think that it's going to sink, even though you got life jackets, you know it's a 99% chance that you're going to die. Because the life jackets are only going to last for a certain amount of time. And then guess what? In those type of conditions, the life jackets ain't going to even work. If you got a motherfucking hurricane in the ocean, the water's spinning fast, you just getting sucked down into the shit. So a life jacket is not going to keep you afloat. A life jacket is only going to keep you afloat in a calm ocean where the water is calm. But this was a motherfucking storm that these people drove directly into. A severe storm. Now the crew from deck 04 evacuated to the theater and anywhere they could rest. The crew bar was destroyed. One of the motherfucking passengers said, he's surprised I'm still alive after enduring the storm. Said the other passengers were white as ghosts when they finally disembarked late Saturday. Now, they criticized the cruise line for allowing the ship to be sailed in extreme weather, saying, why would you sail into this storm with 80 miles per hour plus winds? I mean, who does that? Now, see, this is where you start to get the ignorance of motherfuckers in America right now. The ignorance. When you know that weather is not always predicted perfectly. You've seen sometimes they might tell you it's going to pour down raining and it don't even rain. You've seen sometimes where they say it's going to be hot all week and then 3 days later they change and they say it's going to be cold because of a cold front coming from another area of the world. Stay with me now. So you can't determine all the time the weather. And trust me, these Carnival cruise ships and other cruise lines have been in this business doing this shit for decades. They know what they're doing. So they wouldn't have risked their life driving into it. Trust me. This was just an act of God. Something you can't control that just happened. And people just have to move on Stop trying to always get a lawsuit. I'm lying. Hit that motherfucking jackpot. You deserve to get a lawsuit. But I'm just saying, the crew, that's because I know they done made enough money they can afford to make a payout. But other than that, this is real, true, all bullshit aside. You can't predict weather perfectly. Nobody can do that. That's a human. That's just the way it goes. They say it felt like a ship ran into a wall. All of our stuff went flying off the counters. Baggage fell over and slid around. The wind was howling. All I could see outside was a solid wall of water spray and rain mixed. The balcony divider door for the cabin next to us had broken its latches and was slamming back and forth something awful. You know that sound? Doosh, doosh, doosh. I know that was some, boy, I ain't gonna lie. I probably would have had I don't know what I would have had. Stroke, heart attack, all in one. Man, no, I ain't gonna lie. I am lying. In that situation, I'd have probably had 100 thoughts going through my mind. And then I would have came to grips with myself and just said, I gotta lead up to the man upstairs to take care of me, look after me, and hope I make it through. Because he's the only one gonna bring you through that type of shit. When you ain't on land, you have no control at all. Even though when you live life, you never have 100% control, but you have a lot of your control. But in that ocean, in that water, shit, nigga, you ain't got shit. Guess what? Man, I don't know what it is in 2023, but these old niggas, 60 and over, is fucking the shit out of these young bitches. Yeah. These goddamn it old niggas are hot and hornier than ever. Al Pacino. You remember him? You remember Al Pacino? Played in Scarface. You don't play with me, Tony. You remember him? The legendary actor, man. That said, don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with me. Al Pacino. He done got a young, sexy motherfucker pregnant. He's still hitting them. Al Pacino demanded DNA tests. Did not believe he could impregnate anyone. Now, I don't know why he think he didn't believe. If you still shoot nut, 9 out of 10, that shit work. That's why they got a lot of old granddaddy niggas with fresh newborn. Especially when you got that money. And you see how old Al Pacino is. He don't even have the same frame on his body when he stand up. As you get older, your body starts to slunch and hump. Especially if you don't work out. If you work out, you can keep it. The man like a Notre Dame hunch or Notre Dame. But he got that paper. And when you got that money, you can get a young girl to fuck with you and stick around. Especially, she gonna let you put that baby in her. Because she know once you put that baby in her, you secure for life. She's secure for life. And she might just end up getting a lot of stuff when you die if she play her cards right. Now, Al Pacino was so certain he couldn't get his girlfriend or anyone else pregnant, he did not believe the baby was his at first and got a DNA test for proof. Sources with direct knowledge told TMZ. The 83-year-old actor, we're told, had medical issues that would have commonly prevented a man from impregnating a woman. Ah, that's what they told him. Now, they said, we're told that Al had no idea until 2 months ago that 29-year-old Noah Afala was pregnant. And when he found out, he was shocked. So hold on. Our sources say Al doubted at first the baby was his and wanted a DNA test. We're told Noah obliged and the test showed he was indeed the dad. Now, so this is still allegedly. Now, she's supposed to be 8 months pregnant. He just finding this out. So, with her waiting a while to just let him know is proof that she was setting him up. I don't know. He must not be around her a lot, because if she that far in the pregnancy, she should have been throwing up and eating certain foods, and he should have been able to catch on, and she was pregnant then. But yeah, don't listen. The doctors are always, look, I just said we human. Doctors are not always right. So just because they tell you something, that don't mean it's what it is. Doctors have told some people that they can die and they still live. You see what I'm saying? So don't always think. Now, don't get me wrong. Some doctors know shit and can tell you some things that can be true and factual, but not everything a doctor tells you is always right all the time. Is what I'm saying. So that's 83-year-old Al Pacino then put his rocket all in her socket. And now she is finna make some electricity come into this world. You just tune into an episode of Legend, the comic, and I'm all in your girl's stomach. Don't get mad, don't vomit. It's all right. I'm gonna do the thing that you can't do to her. It's over for you. She is moving on with me, a fresh star with a chocolate brother that's gonna treat her the way she needs to be treated. I'm gonna be the nigga that's gonna have her shaking and twisting and twirling all night. Don't worry about it. I have took your place. You don't exist no more. So just move on. I'm talking to all you haters in the world. I got your girl. Until the next time, Jack.
Surprise, motherfucker.